If you can't focus right now, it's not because something is wrong with you. It's honestly because your environment is working against you, whether that be family, friends, social media. But most people never even fix it or never even know where to begin. They honestly just sit there and try harder and they blame themselves, thinking that you need more discipline. But that's not the problem. Think about your average day. You sit down to do something important, and within minutes, you check your phone, and then you get a notification, you get a message, you start scrolling on social media, and suddenly a little 10-minute intervention turns into 30, and then 30 turns into an hour, and then an hour turns into a few hours, and you've lost every sense of momentum that you had to try and accomplish the thing that you wanted. That's actually what most people get wrong. They think that focus is something you force, like you just sit there and try harder to focus, focus, focus. Think about it like trying to fall asleep. The harder you try and think about falling asleep, the more awake you are. But focus doesn't work like that. Focus isn't really forced, it's protected. So focus is not just focusing on one single thing, it's trying to block out everything else. Because if your environment is full of distractions, your brain is going to take them every single time. Our brains are attracted to that motion, to the difference in the environment. It's not a discipline issue necessarily, it's more exposure, what you're exposing your brain to. You're trying to focus in an environment that's more designed to break your focus. That's exactly what social media is about. Ironically, you're watching social media right now. Your phone is literally built to pull your attention to it. Apps are designed to keep you scrolling, to keep you locked in, quote unquote, but locked in on the wrong things. Notifications are designed to literally interrupt what you're doing and get your attention. That's not you failing. That's the system working exactly how it was designed to. These people are much smarter than you and me, and they understand how our biology works. And it gets even worse because every time you switch tasks, your brain has to reset. So it's not just the 30 minutes that you lose on social media. It's the momentum that you've been building. It's the energy that you've been building. It's the ability to actually get into deep work and be focused on one singular task. And then once that gets interrupted, it's so hard to get back on track. So instead of trying to focus harder and focus harder, you need to make focusing easier. And honestly, it's pretty simple, but most people just avoid it. You just got to remove what's getting in the way of you focusing on that task. So here's where the shift kind of happens. Because when you scratch that. Because here's what the shift happens. What you remove matters more than what you add. So what do I mean by that? Like, you don't need another productivity hack. Like, you don't need to take a cold plunge before you start writing in a journal. You don't need a better routine necessarily. So you don't need to do 100 push-ups when you wake up in the morning. You just need fewer distractions. For example, like putting your phone in another room or even putting on silent. It can help. Ideally, you'd put it in another room though. So not face down, not on silent, out of the room completely. Put it on all notifications off. If it's not urgent, it can wait. Really what you need to do is create a space where there's absolutely nothing pulling your attention. Because at that point, you can actually focus on the things that you want to focus on. You don't need notifications about the gas prices being $4. You don't need to know if your friends posted on TikTok about their stupid little lunch date that they had. You don't need to know that. I don't care that Sally Sue posted on her Instagram story about her nails getting done today. So now you can actually focus, but focus is now something that you're not having a fight for. It's just what it is. It's the default. That's just normal. So once you have that, you can actually use simple tools kind of like time blocks. So what I have sitting on my desk, I have a little Taylor. You can even hear it. It is a little timer that I set it to 30 minutes. Absolutely zero distractions, one task. That's it. That's exactly what I do. Now, you'll actually get more done in that time than you sitting at your desk for hours at a time, but you're scrolling on TikTok, you're doing this other stuff because you're forcing yourself, quote unquote, forcing yourself to actually be focused. If anything, you're allowing yourself to be focused. Because most people don't lack focus. That's not the issue. It's that you lack a focused environment. You're allowing all of these things to distract you, whether that's video games, social media, that hot chick on Tinder. You don't know what it is. Don't worry about that, man. But once you fix that, everything in your life can change. You start thinking clearer. You actually start moving faster, at least what you think is faster, and you actually finish what you want. So honestly, if you have been struggling with focus lately, it's probably not you. It's actually more about what's around you. So fix your environment, your focus will generally follow. And that's what I have to say about that. So honestly, if you like real straight to the point content, kind of like this, that's what I'm posting here. So subscribe. Thanks, guys.